of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize, sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know, nobody know. If I ever had to leave me home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize, be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize, sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Rio and Barifuna.
Pleasant good morning. Here we are once again to do daily devotion. Let's turn to Matthew chapter 13. We're going to look at the parable of the weeds. Jesus told him another parable. You see who is talking? Jesus is talking. The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seeds in his field. The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seeds in his field. That's what Christians do. That's what God wants us to do. Sowing good seeds. We're a part. We're a family. We belong to a family of good seeds. So but while everyone was sleeping, his enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat. See that? Who is the enemy? Of course the devil. And what is his job? To get people to think exactly the way they're thinking right now about the church. He said that the devil came and sowed bad seeds among the wheat. David, he wasn't a Christian because he wasn't a follower of Christ, but he was a man of God. And David did what he did. I imagine if David would have done what he did today, what kind of beating the church would take. But David was very, very sorry for what he did. And the point I'm making that sometimes, yes, even Christians do wrong things. That's the point I'm making. But it was never ever intended to be like that. And we must be careful how we point fingers at those who fall into this trap. But the kingdom of God is about goodness. It says that the enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and went away. Won't stay because he don't want people to see it is him. He goes away, but he thinks that he has done the job that he needs to do. When the wheat sprouted and formed heads, then the weeds also appeared. There's a parallel parable that talks about the tares and wheat. The bearded darnel is a plant that was outlawed in Rome. If they caught you with the seeds of that, you'll be in problems. What people would do, they would go and take this seed and throw it in the fields of people that they want to mess up. It looks just like the wheat, the bearded darnel. And you can't tell the difference until when they have seed, when they start to bloom and produce. Then you can tell the difference. So what happens now? You have a problem. And this was done in a malicious kind of way. In the kingdom of God, you have these seeds that look like the one that you planted, and now they started to produce. Now you can tell the difference. So what happens now? He said the owner's servants came to him and said, "Sir, didn't you sow good seeds in your field? Where then did the weeds come from?" That would be the obvious question to ask. That is the question that people are supposed to ask today. But when these things happen, they never turn their eyes to good Christians. It's always to throw a blanket statement that all of us are bad because of what this one person or these people do. This is what I tell you about those Christians. That's the first thing that comes out of people's mouth. But we as Christians also must be cognizant of the fact that when we do stupid things like that, people are going to come at us. People are going to lash out at the entire church. He says, the servants ask him, do you want us to go and pull them up? The first thing to do is to go and get rid of them. So the servant is asking the master if they want him to take them up. And he said, no, he answered, because while you are pulling the weeds, you may uproot the wheat with them. Some family members may not want to believe, or some friends may not want to believe that their friends are working for the devil. And if you go and try to uproot them out of the church, sometimes some innocent people believing that these people have genuine intentions are going to be uprooted as well. So the master said, no, let them. So we as a church in this, we know that there are some people who know good. But you and I better do what is right, because if we are good seeds, then we have to have good results.
With 30 years of experience, Builders Hardware has been your trusted one-stop shop for building supplies and construction materials. We're not just about products, we're about exceptional service and excellent prices. Plus, with unbeatable prices on renowned brands and the largest selection of construction supplies available, why go anywhere else? Got a project on your hands? Let us lighten the load. Whether you're tackling the biggest commercial project or the tiniest home renovations, our dedication and commitment ensures that you get the best. Roofing materials? Check. Cement and steel? Check. Sand and gravel? Double check. And if you don't see something you need, just ask, because at Builders Hardware, we've got you covered from construction start to finish. Call us or visit us on Constitution Drive in Belmopan and experience the difference. Oh, and did we mention, we offer convenient delivery services anywhere in Belize, so you can focus on your project while we handle the logistics. Builders Hardware, 30 years of serving you. We think our customers are awesome.
Builders Hardware.
Blessed Gardens is servicing home gardens across the country from the nation's capital and helping Belizeans reconnect with nature. We have everything you need for your home garden, so get growing. We have various types of soils: fortified soil, composted soil, potting soil, and pure compost for your garden. We have quality seeds and over 65 varieties of food seedlings for your garden. We even have organic insecticides available, EM soil treatment, and Polyshade for your excessive sun or rain. Blessed Gardens has all your garden solution in one location. Call 610-5679. Visit us at the Belmopan Market Plaza or enjoy our free deliveries across the country. Blessed Gardens. Get growing, Belize.
Attention Belmopan residents. This is an important reminder regarding the proper disposal of debris in our community. As per Statutory Instrument Number 122 of 2005, Section 10, Subsection B, residents are strictly prohibited from placing debris on the buffers. Violating this regulation is considered a ticketable littering offense. Residents are encouraged to use private contractors or contact the Belmopan City Council to make arrangements for debris disposal. If you need assistance with debris disposal, please contact the Sanitation Department at 822-2271, extension 2019. This message is brought to you by the Belmopan City Council. Let's work together to keep our beautiful city clean and safe. Thank you for your cooperation.
City residents, civic pride is all our responsibility. It's about taking ownership of our city and embracing its beauty. But amidst this beauty lies a growing concern: the continuous destruction of city property. And a part of civic pride is taking care of public property. Therefore, the Belize City Council takes this time to remind city residents that these acts are not just vandalism. They are crimes against rights to property and criminal damage to property. Under Chapter 101 of the Criminal Code within the substantive laws of Belize, a person who, without lawful excuse, destroys or damages any property belonging to another, intending to destroy or damage such property, or being reckless, shall be guilty of a crime. Upon conviction, a person can face up to 1 year imprisonment. We must all do our part to safeguard what belongs to all of us, what belongs to our city. Together, we can make a difference. This is our city. Let's respect it. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Get your body sculpted with gym equipment and accessories from Belize. Quality and savings.
Cyber Realty and Development is the leader in providing solutions to the current land crisis in Belize. For homeowners and investors alike, Cyber Realty is offering special deals on half-acre parcels in its new Emery Village development. Enjoy prime land off mile 37 on the George Price Highway at an unbeatable price. All you need is the initial down payment of $275 Belize dollars. Take advantage and reserve your half-acre home sites today. Emery Village. Join the community. Invest in your future.
I'm coming back to your heart.
Foundations. Your work must be grounded upon solid rock, and so should your faith. Join Pastor Louis Wade Jr. weekly for Foundations Bible Study, where he goes deep into the Word of God with biblical teachings for better understanding.
And Jacob said, if you bless me, and if you are with me, and if you take me to that place, and if you bring me back, you will be my God. And God said, okay, you were the fool, but I will walk with you nonetheless.
Tune in on PlusTV Sundays 9:30 a.m. for a new program, or catch the repeats on Mondays 11 a.m. and Thursdays 11 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. We would love to hear from you. Write in and share your thoughts, prayer requests, or even post questions you may have regarding the Bible passages. Email plustvbelize@gmail.com. Foundations. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
No, I can't let this plan. I can't let this plan.
Do you enjoy learning and wanting to know more about Christ your Savior? Then join Phil Sanders in Search of the Lord's Ways every Sunday 7:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. on PlusTV for half an hour of beautiful hymns and Bible messages. Messages are repeated on Tuesdays at 1:30 and Fridays at 10:30 a.m. Search in the Word for God's will. Know more and do more for the God we love. In Search of the Lord's Ways with Phil Sanders is being brought to you by the Church of Christ in your area. Be sure to visit.
So when me face God, you know something. When I think of the love of the Lord.
Spice up your next event with professional lighting. Call 610-5679 and give your audience an experience they'll never forget. Proper stage lighting ensures stage visibility, motivates, and sets the mood of the atmosphere. We provide services for weddings, concerts, parties, dance recitals, and much more. Captivate your audience. Improve your production today. Call Shamax Productions at 610-5679 for quality and professional stage lighting.
I can't feel to see it.
Mopping, tiles, furniture, and...
Miss, you don't need all of this, man. Only this you need to make 4 out of this. And it's cheaper than all of them put together.
I want it.
Green Clean. All your cleaning needs in one bottle.
Are you hosting an event for your school, church, business meeting, conference, private function, and are in need of a PA system? Then call 610-5679 and have one thing less to worry about. Get your video, audio, lights, songs, and a family-oriented DJ needs met at one great price. Call us today at 610-5679 and let the show begin.
With 30 years of experience, Builders Hardware has been your trusted one-stop shop for building supplies and construction materials. We're not just about products, we're about exceptional service and excellent prices. Plus, with unbeatable prices on renowned brands and the largest selection of construction supplies available, why go anywhere else? Got a project on your hands? Let us lighten the load. Whether you're tackling the biggest commercial project or the tiniest home renovations, our dedication and commitment ensures that you get the best. Roofing materials? Check. Cement and steel? Check. sand and gravel, double check. And if you don't see something you need, just ask, because at Builders Hardware, we've got you covered from construction start to finish. Call us or visit us on Constitution Drive in Belmopan and experience the difference. Oh, and did we mention, we offer convenient delivery services anywhere in Belize, so you can focus on your project while we handle the logistics. Builders Hardware, 30 years of serving you. We think our customers are awesome.
Blessed Gardens is servicing home gardens across the country from the nation's capital and helping Belizeans reconnect with nature. We have everything you need for your home garden, so get growing. We have various types of soils: fortified soil, composted soil, potting soil, and pure compost for your garden. We have quality seeds and over 65 varieties of food seedlings for your garden. We even have organic insecticides available, EM soil treatment, and Polyshade for your excessive sun or rain. Blessed Gardens has all your garden solution in one location. Call 610-5679. Visit us at the Belmopan Market Plaza or enjoy our free deliveries across the country. Blessed Gardens. Get growing, Belize.
Attention Belmopan residents. This is an important reminder regarding the proper disposal of debris in our community. As per Statutory Instrument Number 122 of 2005, Section 10, Subsection B, residents are strictly prohibited from placing debris on the buffers. Violating this regulation is considered a ticketable littering offense. Residents are encouraged to use private contractors or contact the Belmopan City Council to make arrangements for debris disposal. If you need assistance with debris disposal, please contact the Sanitation Department at 822-2271, extension 2019. This message is brought to you by the Belmopan City Council. Let's work together to keep our beautiful city clean and safe. Thank you for your cooperation.
City residents, civic pride is all our responsibility. It's about taking ownership of our city and embracing its beauty. But amidst this beauty lies a growing concern: the continuous destruction of city property. And a part of civic pride is taking care of public property. Therefore, the Belize City Council takes this time to remind city residents that these acts are not just vandalism. They are crimes against rights to property and criminal damage to property. Under Chapter 101 of the Criminal Code, within the substantive laws of Belize, a person who, without lawful excuse, destroys or damages any property belonging to another, intending to destroy or damage such property, or being reckless, shall be guilty of a crime. Upon conviction, a person can face up to 1 year imprisonment. We must all do our part to safeguard what belongs to all of us, what belongs to our city. Together, we can make a difference. This is our city. Let's respect it. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Get your body sculpted with gym equipment and accessories from Belize. Quality and savings.
Well, sir, I really did go through some stress with my barber. This man here, they push my hairline way back to the 90s.
Sure.
People, they call me BB Buck Farid now.
So I got a problem, right? I just do this photo shoot, and I want the best photo shoot. But somebody don't want me to post it up. I just tired of this, man.
I don't want to tell her to catch me on my way. I stopped at the shop and tell the lady I want $5 tacos. You could imagine when you give me?
No.
Paper.
What the your problem?
Honestly, life good for me over here. I just upgraded to the Digi1 Elite. I have unlimited postpaid plans, Digi TV, free home phone, and the fastest home internet.
I going to upgrade mines now.
Start the new year with big savings on your 2025 property taxes. From January 1st to March 31st, 2025, the Belize City Council is offering incredible property tax discounts that you won't want to miss. Prepay your annual property tax by January 31st, 2025 and enjoy 15% off. Pay by February 28th and you'll save 10%. And if you pay by March 31st, you'll still enjoy a 5% discount. But wait, there's more! Senior citizens can enjoy a fantastic 35% discount upon full payment of property taxes for the property they reside on all year round. Please note, these discounts are available only to property owners who are up to date with their accounts. As you take advantage of this discount, we kindly remind all property owners of your responsibility to visit City Hall or utilize our online platform to complete your payments and to ensure your contact information is accurately updated in our system. For more details on these incentives, visit our Belize City Council Facebook page or give us a call at 227-3073, extension 261 or 264. Your Belize City Council. Always about the people.
Plets Electronics on Route 40 in Spanish Lookout have just what you've been looking for, and at great prices too. At Plets Electronics, we stock flat screen TVs, home theater system, portable hard drives, unique electronic gifts, laptops, computer parts and accessories, digital cameras, an assortment of jewelry, and much more. Yes, at Plets Electronics, we do have the latest models in cell phones and accessories. We can activate and program for you. We are a digital and smart agent. Come on in or give us a call at 823-0398. That's Plets Electronics in Spanish Lookout.
Welcome to Builders Hardware, your one-stop home improvement warehouse. Everything you need to bring your projects to life all in one place. From nails to power tools, we've got you covered. Our inventory spans the essential for every project, big or small. Come and find quality products at unbeatable prices. Whether you're picking up paint, plumbing supplies, or electrical tools, you'll find great deals every day. Don't know what you need? Our expert and customer-friendly team is here to guide you through every step of your project. Need it delivered? We've got you covered there too. Get your products delivered to you anywhere in the country. So come on in and discover endless possibilities for your home renovations. Builders Hardware. We think our customers are
awesome!
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't let this plan. I can't let this plan.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave me home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the
Thursday morning. Today is the 30th of January, just like that. It's finishing. I think we got one more day, right? And January is going to be finished. And the first month of 2025, just like that. Trust that you're enjoying your day in your neck of the woods. And thank you so much for joining Rise and Shine with me this morning. I am your host, Louis Wade, and Pastor Scott Sturm, who normally joins me on Thursday morning, is not here this morning. He's taking a much-needed break after last week's Global Leadership Summit. That he played a major role in that event. So this morning I'm flying solo, but I'm not alone in the house. We have guests, and I want to encourage you to pay attention, to stay tuned to us this morning. Before we get into our conversation, let me give you the weather report. I had stated following yesterday's weather report that it was going to be a rainy day and for the next 24 hours. But yesterday in the capital city, we had sun and rain fighting a little bit, and then the sun won, and it turned out to be such a beautiful day. When we smiled, we used to say the devil and the wife to fight when we had lightning and thunder and the sun out all the same time. And I go for a PG, so I could tell you you could have half of the sky with sun and the next half is just the lick shot. So we kind of had that. There wasn't a thunderstorm per se, but we did have some showers yesterday, and we did have beautiful sunlight. So I was at least able to get on a roof and do some patching, which I had committed to a customer for some time now and wasn't able to do because of the rain. So it was a beautiful day, just not too hot and not too cool either. The general situation for today calls for fair weather to prevail. And I know outside for the capital city of Belmopan it's drizzling a little bit and it looks a bit cloudy, but we can see that in the distance we will have some sunshine again today. It will be sunny with cloudy spells and isolated showers, with slightly more showers occurring offshore than over the northern and central parts later today. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy skies with isolated showers, if any, will develop. Marine conditions, winds are blowing from the east to southeast at 10 to 20 knots with sea state moderate and waves 4 to 6 feet. Temperatures, inland 88 degrees as the high and 72 degrees as the low. On the coast, 85 as the high with 76 as the low, and in the hills, 75 as the high with 64 as the low. So if you look at the 4-day forecast that is before us, you will see that for Thursday and Friday we will have instances of small instances of showers, but you can expect warm temperatures and sun for parts of the day. The outlook for the next 24 hours is for generally fair weather to prevail, with isolated showers developing for Friday and Friday night. And that is your weather report for this morning. Again, before I introduce my guests, I just wanted to comment briefly on the case that is before the nation. In the news, the police released the video footage of their interaction with a mentally challenged young man who was brandishing a machete, and the police, after giving verbal warnings and warning shots, fired off a couple rounds, hitting the mentally challenged person in the foot and in the stomach. And that, I mean, Belizeans, we do have our say on everything, and certainly the police released the footage to show that that they believe that they were under imminent threat due to the brandishing of a weapon. Now, I do see that a lot of people are talking about the police should have know that the person mentally challenged and should have all kind of thing. But I want to say that, first of all, young people don't just get crazy, okay? Young people do not just have mental breakdown. This is a pandemic that is taking our nation because of the decriminalization of marijuana, and marijuana has psychoactive ingredients in it, and many of our young people are and will continue to suffer from mental challenges. The younger you are and you start to use marijuana and your brain is not properly formed, marijuana is going to create damage over time. And then you begin to add that with some of the doors are not just selling pure marijuana, some of them are selling marijuana laced with other chemicals in them. So you think you are on marijuana and you're on marijuana plus. So what is happening in our country is that we are getting more and more people with mental challenges. And I'm sorry for people who have mental challenges, because I'm sure that's not the reason why you decided to take drugs. There are many reasons why people take drugs, and especially when drugs are readily available, it becomes a means of escape for many of our people who, especially young people, what they need is hope, they need help, they need counseling, they need guidance, they need education, they need training. There's much that they need, but drugs is not one of them. So when our government chooses to give drugs or to make drugs readily available to young people, it is a travesty, because even if they want to smoke, that is not what they need. Even if they want to get high, many of them are trying to escape the realities of their life. So we need to give them a new life rather than giving them the escape from reality. And so a percentage of people are affected by mental illness because of drugs. We not going to Vietnam. We not gone to war with Guatemala, or people don't have post-traumatic stress disorder. We don't have veterans that have been to World War II and all of these things. So the reason why we have so many mental challenges is because of drugs. It is the primary reason. And then we have not properly developed our mental health facilities, mental health training for our professionals. So where are our mentally challenged people? They're not in institutions getting the help that they need. They are on the streets. And so we have mentally challenged people who may be good for a couple of days and then have a breakout. And then they are around normal people. We have the instance here in Belmopan just a little over a week ago where a mentally challenged man with a tool sliced a young man, and he ended up with surgery on the weekend. Why? Because we have normal people interacting with people with mental challenges. And there are people with mental challenges, but they take their medication and you can have a normal life. But first, when a person has a crisis, there has to be a mental health institution or a place where they are taken or can go, where they can be given the kind of medication that they need that can produce a sense of normalcy where they can coexist with normal people. We need to understand that mental health it can happen. It happens. Mental health challenges happen. We have stress, we have anxiety, depression, panic attacks. There are, all of us, in a sense, you know, normal is a range. You will always hear me say normal is a range. And there are people who are on the periphery. And those who are on the periphery are the ones that don't need drugs. They need as counseling. They need the types of stuff that can help them to have a normal life. But when they move out of the periphery, there are ways and places and training and systems that are there for mentally challenged people. And so it is unfortunate that it is the police that we call when a mentally challenged person begins to act erratically. And it is unfortunate that it is the police that have to respond because they're not properly trained to respond. So here on one hand, we want to be increasing drugs, increasing marijuana, cuss out the police when they make big busts. I read it out every time on social media. The police are trying to take drugs off the street and only to cuss them out. Go do this instead and go do that. The effect of it is increasing mental health challenges. Mental health challenges, there's a pill for almost everything. But to bring people under normalcy, they need that medical intervention. There are people with mental health issues that are living normal lives because they're on medication, they're seeing their medical professional, and we can live a normal life. But here in Belize, we don't want to spend the money on the medical facility for the mentally challenged, but we want to continue to think that we can socialize with any and all kind of drugs. On some islands like San Pedro, everything is there. Everything is there. And we need to change our attitude. We need to go back to the classroom with say no to drugs. Which government and which people and which ministry took the drug program out of the schools, where our children need to learn from very young? I've been doing drug rehab now for 7 years. And many of our people in drug rehab got introduced to alcohol, marijuana, and even crack cocaine at the age of 11, 12, and 13, and 14 years old. And as I've said before, many of the doors in our country are female. There are more women selling crack on the streets and in houses than males. And so we cannot say that a man, that it this, that it that. It's all of our business to deal with mental health, and we don't have wars. Therefore, the primary driver in this country of mental health problems is drugs. So we need to deal with that. So those are my comments for this morning. And we all have our area that we fight in and fight for and seek to educate our nation in. And so I take this opportunity to welcome. There are no strangers to PlusTV because we hope, not we hope, but we know that we have a kind of agreement where they can come and educate our nation, encourage our nation, give the kind of information that is needed to reduce another dreaded enemy of the people, which is cancer. And so from the Belmopan, or the Belize Cancer Society Belmopan branch, let me take this opportunity to welcome Rodney Neal, who is the immediate past president of the Cancer Society in Belmopan, and Ms. Victoria Forbes, who is the vice president. It's a pleasure to have you both with us this morning. Good morning to you. Sorry for coming off on a rant, Pandawan, but it vexes me every time I see young people. They're here but not here. It's such a great tragedy.
So true. Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. And of course, as I said, we want to talk about, we do have let's take this call and then we will continue on our conversation. Good morning, caller. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Pastor Wayne. I totally agree with you 100% that drugs is causing our youth to be mentally ill. I mean, you have said it many times. But again, I saw the video, and I think our police are ill-equipped. I mean, I think they have taser guns, right? They could have taser guns to bring down this guy with the taser gun. And, you know, a person with a knife or a piece of stick is a weapon. He had a machete. So I'm not blaming the police officers. All I'm saying is that they're ill-equipped. They could have used a taser gun, rubber bullet, right? Not a live rounds, right? Yes. But a person with anything in his hand, a piece of wood, a knife, a blade, a cutter, whatever, that's a weapon. And it's danger to the people trying to arrest that person. In America, as a person come out with a knife, they don't ask any questions. They open fire. But they have taser guns too. So I think our police need to have this kind of equipment. I mean, taser guns, they're really ill-equipped.
As an option would have been the better choice.
Yes.
That is correct. I agree with you also that the officers need options when they go, even if, because they might get a call, then they go to this situation. So instead of grabbing a gun, I'm not saying they shouldn't have the gun with them, but a taser, something, association, the work that you are doing. And I know that you brought up a point. So this is a training session this morning. So good morning to you, Mr. Neal. Good morning again. So it says here that the theme for this year is United
by Unique.
By Unique. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that one certainly need an explanation.
Definitely. I can understand that. Yeah.
That's the new team. We have usually 3 years team. This last year, the last 3 years, we had a different team, and so we start a new team this year, which is United by Unique.
So 2025 to 2027
was closed. Yes.
Yeah.
United by Unique. Last year, the last 3 years was closing the cancer care gap.
Yes.
Closing the care gap. Yeah. United by Unique, as you said, you need a little explanation. Maybe unique, the word meaning unique. Each case is unique. And united, we need to come together to fight this, as you mentioned, this deadly disease. So it's just 2 words, united by, the by and unique. But everybody's case is unique. Even if it's the same cancer, but it's very unique.
It affects the person
different.
In a different
yes,
way.
in a different way.
Yeah.
So it's very unique.
Right.
So I know
actually
defunct
member. Yeah.
I was still a teacher at Concord when she was there, when she began having her issues, and just to see how she fought it and how she rebounded, and then she was like, all right, there needs to be something here, like her experience led to the formation of this chapter.
Yeah. And the point to make here is that she's still functioning, right? She's still very active in the Cancer Society.
And Ms. Bev was actually the one who brought me on to the society. I told her that, and she said, I don't remember, but she was the one, yes.
An amazing woman. Ms. Bev, good morning to you. And our city is grateful. Your city is grateful. So I'm going to put up the mission, and maybe you can share with us. We'll move to that PowerPoint so that we can go through it.
Because the main thing here is for us to talk about our financial assistance,
Yes.
but we'll go through our
Right,
mission
certainly.
first.
So
Yes.
United by Unique, let's
Yes.
go to the third page. I think that's where the team is, the mission.
Yeah.
All right.
Without going through all of it, without reading through all of it, just the last part I'd want to emphasize that we are committed to the alleviation of suffering from cancer through a process of public awareness, education, advocacy, service, and support to individuals and families. And as Vicky mentioned just now, our Vice President mentioned that today we want to focus on the financial assistance that we provide to those people who are affected by cancer and who need to seek medical treatment, whether it's here in Belize or abroad. And we have a committee which of members who review all the applications for financial assistance. We have a system whereby various points need to be allocated, right? I don't know if that is there on the slide.
Right, when a person finds out that they have cancer, it sends them into a financial, there's not just the mental and emotional and then medical effects that they may be having at that particular time, but then the financial part kicks in as well.
That is
so the Cancer Society, your branch, seeks to help people in whatever way they can. So let's go to that fourth slide.
Yes, what I want to mention is the area that we cover.
Yes.
As you mentioned, we are the Belize Cancer Society Belmopan branch. We cover the catchment area of Belmopan, which is from St. Margaret's, from the Hummingbird, and from Cotton Tree up to Unitedville on the George Price. And so that's the surrounding area, and as well
Valley of Peace.
Valley of Peace. So that's the area that we cover.
Okay. So not St. Matthews on this Cotton Tree is the close one.
No, we go all
the way to have Frank's Eddy.
Oh, okay,
yes,
good. So
that entire area.
That's more or less like the police zone.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
That, okay,
Yeah.
very
So that's
well.
the area that we cover. So anybody within that area. Yes, the George Price, the Hummingbird. Yes. Yes.
All right, that's a catchment area.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
And as well, from these areas, we encourage people to reach out to us. As you mentioned, if you find out that you have cancer, you don't want to wait too long. And we have a guideline that we usually share when they reach out to us. We share that with them so that they know exactly what to share with us. You have to be a resident of the country.
Okay, let's put those guidelines up.
You will send in a formal, the first one, the assistance is for surgery, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and post-treatment, as you can see there. And you must be a citizen or a legal resident of Belize. As I mentioned earlier, it has to be within the Belmopan catchment area, and I did mention the areas earlier. We have here that you should not be over 70, but you can still send in your application, and we take it on case by case, as we have discretionary. We look at it. We just don't put it aside because we see that you're 70 years old. And as well, you'll need to send in a letter of request, and with that letter, you will have your identification. It can be your social security, just to prove based on your, it will show your identity and proof of address as well. For the proof of address, you might not have a utility bill in your name. So with that, the person maybe can be your landlord, or if you're living with your mom or your dad, they can send in a letter saying that yes, that person is residing at this address, so for proof. And the medical records, you need to send in all that information from your oncologist and your practitioner, with the relevant blood test that you did, all the x-ray, the CT scan, and the main one is your biopsy, because the biopsy will show exactly what type of cancer, it will your stage, and the doctor will say the prognosis if depending on the stage of cancer. So it's very important when you're reaching out to the Belize Cancer Society Belmopan branch for assistance that you put all these information and all these documents together, so it can make the process much easier and quicker for us, because as Mr. Neil mentioned earlier, we have the screening and financial committee, and after we get these documents, we have a doctor on our committee, and we share it with the doctor, and the doctor review it to ensure that, okay, yes, it's cancer, and whatever is in the document is correct, and yes, she recommends or he recommends that, yes, this person do warrant.
Yeah. So I noticed that you didn't say it must be a member of the association or something like that. So this is for people who are diagnosed. You do want people to be members, you do want people to support, but the assistance that you give is not just for members, it's for those who are affected by cancer. So in a sense, like they just have to prove, like to be able to say, no, see, I got my diagnosis already, they've done the biopsy, they have all the information together. I know that you guys build like you're building your own database, if I could put it that way, because you keep track of those who are still alive, those who are seeking medical attention, those who are conquering the disease and doing well, etc. So having this information is extremely important.
Yes. Along with this, Louis, I'd also like to mention that we need to have the funds to assist these people who apply. Yes. And so we do fundraising by in several ways now. The biggest one, of course, is our gala, which we do in October every year. And we also do fundraising at the Cancer Walk, right? Yes, those are the two main ones, but we do smaller things during the course of the year. And this is primarily to assist persons who we need to give money to in order for them to get their treatment. We also know that there are other sources of assistance to people from the Social Security Board, and I think also from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. And of course, people do their fundraising with barbecues and this sort of thing like that. So we do put in our bit, and we want to make sure as well that the money that we give them is well spent. We've had occasions in the past where the money is given out and then they cannot account for it, and then afterwards we hear that they use it for something else. Yes. So we normally, when we do that, we provide the assistance or the funds to the provider, whether it's
medical provider, directly to the
exactly.
As if we're able to do that, if it's in Belize, because you have where some people seek treatment. If it's, for example, radiotherapy, if it's outside of, that is not available in Belize, so they need to seek that in Merida or Guatemala. So obviously we'll have to pay that money or to the person, right? So we're not able to pay direct. But once it's in country, we pay it direct to the institution.
Well, what I like is that if people would like to donate, because there are many individuals who need that assistance, but you guys have a system. You guys have a system. You have a check. You're checking and monitoring to ensure that the money goes to the provider where it is needed. Because I mean, yes, it's true. We got some people who they have a health crisis, but they also have a financial crisis, right. and then that money. Yes. So like I would want to encourage people who would like to give. It's best to give through a system, right. And you have the system. You guys have the system. So rather than just either one, creating a new system, or two, just giving it to everybody who come to you that have need, why not channel it through the Belize Cancer, Belize Cancer Society, especially Belmopan branch, if you are in this area, so that they can ensure that the money goes where it is supposed right. to go.
Right. Exactly. And what happens is also is that Some people do say that, oh, that's too much paper for full out and this and that and whatnot. But we try to take care of the funds that are given to us, right? And that's the way to go.
That's a lot of paper because the doctor already give you all that information. Right. You had to do your CT scan or your, so it's not really a lot of paper
in a way too, it's helping them to organize themselves for this fight that is ahead. Yes. Right. There is a fight that is ahead, and you can't do with me paper there, with me this, with me that. So by applying to you through your process, you guys have been through it. You've done it for years. What you are really doing is helping them to organize themselves. When they go to the doctor, it's that same file that will go that they are going to ask for. So yes, I always say everything good is uphill. It's you have to put the energy in, right? Every good thing, in order downhill, in the uphill, you will have to climb. There's work to be done. And yes, go ahead.
And one thing, sometimes these, when they reach out to you, they have the documents. Sometimes they're maybe from a year old. And maybe the doctor did mention that you need to go and do this, but okay, maybe I don't really need to do it. So they procrastinate and don't go ahead. And then we need updated information, right? And sometimes when they go back, the prognosis or the stage is even maybe more advanced than what it was. So we encourage anybody that needs a doctor say, okay, you need to get this done, do it right away. Don't wait. Yeah, right?
Cancer is something that you need to
it
becomes a priority, right?
Yes,
it becomes
take action immediately.
Yes, it becomes the priority, and you can conquer it, but it does require that sense of urgency, everything must drop, and that becomes the priority. Now, I did notice that on the PowerPoint, you have some statistics of the people, number of people that you have been able to assist.
Yes, from 2019 up to present, yes. We have in 2019, we were able to assist 8 persons that reached out to us, and we can see that we had 3 males and 5 females, more than males. 2020, we had 4, all were females, and in 2021, 4 and 2 female, 2 male. In 2022, we had 8, and 2 were males and 6 females. 2023, we had the highest number, 13, and then we had 4 male and 9 females, and in 2024, we saw a drop again. In 2024, it was 6, and they were all females. And we're early in the year, we're just in January, and we already have 1 case already in 2025 that we assisted.
So is it that males are catching cancer less than females?
No, it's that men do not want to go to the doctor for them to get their proper diagnosis.
From the cases,
basically.
Yes, but from the cases, it's mainly cervical. Those are the highest cases that we see. It's cervical and breast cancer. And Mr. Neil mentioned that yesterday that the men don't want to go maybe to the doctor, but yes, but their case, but the main case, as you see, it's breast. We have cervical. Those are the 2 highest, and then we had colon, we had lung, we had prostate and stomach, we had bone and thyroid and testicle, but those were very, very few. If you can see, as I mentioned, in 2023, we had 13. That was a very high number. And the years before that, we know we had COVID, and we believe that the cases were a bit low because some of these cases, maybe they need to travel, and they were not traveling, and we had certain restrictions, so we didn't have a lot of, we believe that we didn't have a lot of requests, yes, for assistance, but we saw, yes, in 2023 it picked up, and they reached out to us. But I know you mentioned earlier about success and with their treatment, but we noticed where we had some successful treatment and we had some not successful. In 2023, it's not on the slide, but we had 6 deaths from those that, from the 13, yes, that we assisted, yes. As some, we know that some are regular assistance based on the doctor prognosis, and we have some as well that are palliative care, meaning that they're maybe stage 4 and there is nothing else that doctor can do. So those are some of the death that we saw based on those severe cases. Yes.
I'm wondering if that same delays, they sought medical attention a little late due to the pandemic. The pandemic changed a lot of things and delayed a lot of things indeed. So for this year, you say there's already one, and it's a male that has come forward for assistance in January. So helping the Cancer Society financially needs to be something that's not just done in their 2 major fundraising events. I think you have put the proof in front of our viewers that people are getting assistance. And to know that you are not alone in your fight, I think, to know that there is a society there and that there is some assistance, I think disease is also mental in nature, you know, like the fight, the attitude of responding to it or feeling depressed. All of these things can play a role. So having a support system like the Cancer Society to be there with the individual, I think is a part of the healing process in itself.
And also, I'd like to say that if persons who wish to apply have difficulty in filling out their forms and whatnot, we are prepared to work along with them. We're prepared to go and meet with them and help them to fill it out. But it's important that they provide us with the information that we need in order for us to make a good decision. No?
Yes, and all these information can be sent via email or via WhatsApp. To our email, it's bmpcansoc@gmail.com. And our phone number, it's 623-0202. You can call, you can, if you need any assistance, or you need to, as Mr. Neil mentioned, with the papers that you need to send in, or the documents, you can reach out to us, and you can maybe WhatsApp. If you don't have an email, we accept it by WhatsApp as well. The quicker you can send in your information, the better for us, so that we can review and make a decision on the assistance that we need to give out.
So there's a question here. It says, good morning. I would like to know if when the Cancer Society gives that assistance, is it a one-time or is there a follow-up financial assistance?
That's a good question.
Yes, that's a very good question. The assistance is a grant for the year. It's a one-time grant for the year. You can always come back the other year, or if you, and we give that assistance that we give, it's in, we call it, based on the payments, and once you finish and you bring back your receipts or show that proof, and because maybe within that year you reach out again for assistance. We look at it, we can look at it. It's not something that you can't, we say, okay, no, yes, it's not written in stone, but yes, but it's a one-time grant for the year. It's an annual, yes, it's something for the year that assistance, sorry, for the year. It's a yearly grant. It's a grant. You don't need to pay it back. It's something that we're assisting you with, yes.
No, are dates set for your activities for this year, or how are we?
Well, we have, thanks for that opportunity to mention it now, because we have 2 major functions immediately, which is the World Cancer Day, which is the 4th, is it, Vicky?
The World Cancer Day,
right,
is the
4th of February.
4th of February.
4th of February,
okay,
yeah.
right.
World Cancer Day, and we are going to participate in an activity in Belize City, which is organized by the branch in Belize City, and that will be at the Civic Center, right? What do they call it again? It's
the cervical
forum.
Yes, forum.
Forum. It's a forum, cervical cancer forum, because January is cervical cancer month, and so that is being taken care of. Also, we have our AGM going to be in February, the 22nd of February. We'll be having our AGM where we will be presenting our new executive, right? So those
You're
are the
taking new members at that time as well too, throughout the year?
throughout the
Throughout the
year.
year, yes.
Throughout the year, right. And of course, you know, we have our cancer walk
Yes.
Yes,
in
we
May.
have tentatively, I know he asked if we have the date set, but it's tentatively set the walk for the 18th.
Okay.
Yes, so you'll hear more about that as the time come closer,
Right.
yes.
Right.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure having you both with us this morning, and as I said, we want to encourage our viewers. Many of our viewers are from Belmopan and surrounding areas, so you have a report of how the association has been doing with the funds that they receive, and I also want to join my voice with both of you to encourage people to give and to support the society. Closing comments?
Yes, we thank you for having us and to share with the residents of Belmopan and the country on what we are doing at the society, mainly with financial assistance. And we ask that don't hesitate to reach out to us. Contact us, share your information as quickly as possible with us, and we are here to serve you. We are here to serve you.
That's it, I think. I can't say anything when the Vice President speaks, huh? All right.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Belize
We'll take a break,
much,
and when we return, we'll open up our telephone lines and continue our conversation. We'll be right back after these messages.
Land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize, sweet Belize. Land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave me home, no other place we ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna, Mestizo and Maya, living in peace.
Get your body sculpted with gym equipment and accessories from Belize. Quality and savings.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize.
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speed flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning-fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
Start the new year with big savings on your 2025 property taxes.
From January 1st to March 31st, 2025, the Belize City Council is offering incredible property tax discounts that you won't want to miss. Prepay your annual property tax by January 31st, 2025 and enjoy 15% off. Pay by February 28th and you'll save 10%. And if you pay by March 31st, you'll still enjoy a 5% discount. But wait, there's more. Senior citizens can enjoy a fantastic 35% discount upon full payment of property taxes for the property they reside on all year round. Please note, these discounts are available only to property owners who are up to date with their accounts. As you take advantage of this discount, we kindly remind all property owners of your responsibility to visit City Hall or utilize our online platform to complete your payments and to ensure your contact information is accurately updated in our system. For more details on these incentives, visit our Belize City Council Facebook page or give us a call at 227-3073, extension 261 or 264. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Plets Electronics on Route 40 in Spanish Lookout have just what you've been looking for, and at great prices too. At Plets Electronics, we stock flat screen TVs, home theater systems, portable hard drives, unique electronic gifts, laptops, computer parts and accessories, digital cameras, an assortment of jewelry, and much more. Yes, at Plets Electronics, we do have the latest models in cell phones and accessories. We can activate and program for you. We are a digital and smart agent. Come on in or give us a call at 823-0398. That's Plets Electronics in Spanish Lookout.
Well, sir, I really did go through some stress with my barber. This man here, they push my hairline way back to the 90s.
Sure.
People, they call me BB Buck Farid now.
So I got a problem, right? I just do this photo shoot, and I want the best photo shoot. But somebody don't want me to post it up. I just tired of this, man.
And I want to tell her to catch me on my way. I stopped at the shop and tell the lady I want $5 tacos. You could imagine when you give me?
No.
Paper.
What the your problem?
Honestly, life good for me over here. I just upgraded to the Digi1 Elite. I have unlimited postpaid plans, Digi TV, free home phone, and the fastest home internet.
I going to upgrade mines now.
Welcome to Builders Hardware, your one-stop home improvement warehouse. Everything you need to bring your projects to life, all in one place. From nails to power tools, we've got you covered. Our inventory spans the essential for every project, big or small. Come and find quality products at unbeatable prices. Whether you're picking up paint, plumbing supplies, or electrical tools, you'll find great deals every day. Don't know what you need? Our expert and customer-friendly team is here to guide you through every step of your project. Need it delivered? We've got you covered there too. Get your products delivered to you anywhere in the country. So come on in and discover endless possibilities for your home renovations. Builders Hardware. We think our customers are
awesome!
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave me home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize, sweet Belize, land of the Isles and Keys, land of the Barrier Reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna, Mestizo and Maya, living in peace. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize, sweet Belize, land of the Isles and Keys, land of the Barrier Reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed?
Welcome back to Rise and Shine. Thank you so
I
much
lay
for
my
joining
head?
us on this beautiful Thursday morning. As I said, on Thursday mornings, I'm normally joined by Pastor Scott Sturm, but he's taking a break. Well, over this past few days, my appearances on Rise and Shine, I came in on Monday, Tuesday, and now Thursday is my third appearance. So we've been dealing with some of the issues and topics that are in the news circuit, and the one that I have not dealt with, that I said even from one that we're going to talk about, was the political landscape, specifically as it relates to the United Democratic Party. So the People's United Party is in government and is slated to win the next election. Prime Minister Johnny Briceño has stated to the nation that the elections will be held in the first 6 months of this year. And when we run our Belizean calculations, we know that the end of March into April is the new fiscal year, right? Because our fiscal year does not run January to December. It runs from 1st of April to the last day in the month of March. So March is really a time that we present the budget, debate the budget. So it's every year, March is in essence a political time, even if it's not partisan political, because we take a look at our nation, where we were over the last year, how the money was spent, and then what we expect to spend in the future. So a lot of Belizeans are tuned into the radio and television because they want to see and hear what the budget is going to be. The budget gives you an idea of where your country is heading for the next 12 months. So, and then that rolls into effect on the 1st of April, the new budget year begins. So it's already a political time. And so many pundits are saying that they anticipate that February, which is almost upon us, the cabinet will be dissolved for elections sometime in March. And so that you can have a new budget and begin the financial year in April and proceed. Because what is the sense of, and I mean politics doesn't always make sense, so but what is the sense of having March and April, these big debates for monies put aside for the new year and how it's going to work, and then all of a sudden election is called after the new budget in April, then May or June, that's the end of the first 6 months. So that's the argument. We can see then movement in the political sphere. We see movement in the, not necessarily much movement in the People's United Party. I do see some people putting up and say, right, see, you're getting your lights, you're getting this. And we see that money is being spent in infrastructure in a couple of places, not very much. I think Lord Michael Ashcroft spoke about the fact that a lot of money will not be spent in this particular election cycle because I think everyone knows, and I use that term loosely, that the People's United Party is going to win the next upcoming election. The question is going to be, will it be a supermajority as in the first session? I think it will probably be the first time if the People's United Party is able to secure a super majority again, that will be the first time in history, as far as I can remember, that a party back-to-back wins not just the election. We've had both parties winning 2 elections. We've had the United Democratic Party win 3 elections. That happened for the first time in the last term of the United Democratic Party. We had a 3-term prime minister in Dean Barrow. Johnny Briceño, prime minister, says that he's not that warm about the idea of a 3rd term. But sometimes you get into it and you realize, you know what, I still feel young, I still feel strong, I still got ideas, I'm still popular, let me go for that 3rd term, right? So hobbling and wobbling, but they go for the 3rd term. Power and authority is a very interesting thing. So he didn't say he won't run, but he kinda left the door open and kind of close the door, or not close the door, but the door is slightly open for a 3rd term. But I think we understand that there is not much to debate as it relates to the People's United Party winning the next election for more than one reason. It is not just the issue of the United Democratic Party being totally in disarray. They tried to have a press conference a couple of days ago. They successfully carried out a press conference, but there is just that, you're talking, but you don't have the structure to put into place that which you are talking about. You don't have the team to produce what you are talking about for the next election. So it's like their press conference was a formality, an attempt to say, we are still here and we are united and we are the opposition and we will be ready for election. But there was not much talk about the contents of the press conference because people have more or less written off the United Democratic Party for this upcoming election. Like something has to radically change. But that is not the only reason why the United Democratic Party is not going to win. The People's United Party has delivered on many of their promises. They have not delivered on all, but they have kept the country stable. Things are happening, money is flowing, they increased the minimum wage. Yes, we do have problems with inflation. There have been a couple of very small scandals, but nothing large, nothing that the whole country has been talking about, except probably the hospital and currently for the currency, which the currency in itself it's opinionated. It has to have opinion. It's a subjective issue. Even me throwing my opinion, but absolutely not sufficient in any way to create any mass discontent. There is not discontent or mass discontent in the country of Belize. All is peaceful. People are going to work. They're coming back. They're investing. There's land for sale. There are little ripple effects. You see that there was the State Bank issue, and the government has now won that case at the Supreme Court level when it comes to State Bank. So that's not going anywhere. The discontent that some were trying to create out of that issue, it has not caught on in the public domain. I think Belizeans continue to be concerned about the economy as it relates to the price of food, because there are many other things within the economy that people are content about. So by and large, the People's United Party has done a lot of good work. Ministry of Infrastructure Development, a lot of work on roads, municipal streets. in Belmopan, for example, need improvement. I saw the same thing in Punta Gorda when I went there. They are now bypassed through the south, bypass up north, and so there's a lot of work that has been done by infrastructure development, as well as the housing. The housing issue. The housing issue has been constantly in the news, has had constant positive feedback, and poor people who have been neglected for the 14 years of the United Democratic Party, the United Democratic Party administration under Dean Barrow. He was busy doing highways and streets and roundabouts. I remember people can't live in roundabouts. The People's United Party went a different route and began to build houses for the poor. UDP have attempted, including in the press conference and appearances by Shine Barrow, to try to knock the PUP for housing for the poor issue. Yes, it is true that the tens of thousands of, or the 10,000 houses that the PUP promised has not solidified. They intend to do that in the second round, they say, because they know they will have the second round. But you cannot knock that housing program. What do I mean by that? They will talk about it in a negative light, yes, but it's not going to penetrate, because for the consistent 5-year period, PUP has been another new house, another new house, another new house. Happy people receiving houses. Those houses are not tin can. They are not ply-sem or plywood. They are solid, concrete structures. And many of those structures, the Belizeans who have received them all across the country. I travel all across the country and you can identify the house. That's a house. That's a house under the project. You can identify it from the highway. You can identify it in the city. You can identify it in the villages. You can identify it in Belmopan. You can identify the housing is a tangible demonstration of promises fulfilled as it relates to the marginalized and poor people. Something that the United Democratic Party never did in their 14 years of administration. Housing was not a priority. You can see that housing is a priority again. You can see that a lot of people are building houses. They're not government houses, but people are building houses. You can also see, if you follow social media, TikTok, etc., you can also see that there's land for sale and that the land are at reasonable prices. In other words, there's not a housing boom as yet, but the housing boom starts with land, and people are able to pay $250 a month, $350 a month, $450 a month, $3,000 down, and $500 a month. Land is becoming accessible, not necessarily by direct government intervention, and they have been having their clinics where they have been giving away land, but the availability of land also goes to a credit to the current administration, because more people are accessing land through that process. In other words, real estate are not just for the Americans anymore. Real estate, like Belizeans are going to real estates and putting money down and paying monthly, and they're having their pieces of land. So that, I believe, and is a major credit to the current administration. So I see the win as not just because the United Democratic Party are totally confused, totally infighting, totally without a clear leadership, and totally without, so far, an agenda for the nation. I don't think that that is the only reason why the United Democratic Party will lose and the PUP will win. I think there is enough credible stuff on the ground. Just last week, it was announced that through the negotiations of the Prime Minister, Trend Maya is going to be able to come to Belize and then also pass through to Guatemala. That, my friends, is a game changer. trend, Maya, if the government, and the government has been able to successfully negotiate that, that's my clear understanding, will be a game changer. Mark my words on that. That is an economic boom of its own. And so, the United Democratic Party needs to not only be able to clean up its leadership mess, it also then needs to set an agenda for the nation. And it has to be an agenda which the people can buy, that the people can say the UDP can actually deliver it. And then they have to promote that with money throughout the whole country so that enough people can see that the UDP has a plan for the nation, and then they can win. I don't see it. They're still stuck at problem number one, which is, who is the real UDP? That, I don't think since independence we have had such a crisis in a mass political party right at election time. So, no miracles at all. Before I close, I want to give tremendous credit to the Patrick Faber, Tracy Panton, Jan Saldivar team for that move that they made in putting Lee Mark Chang in Mesopotamia against Shine Barrow. I think that that move is checkmate. I believe that that was the, out of everything said, everything done, court case, to try going a court case, crowd of people in front of the UDP headquarters in Belize City to decide who and got upstairs and who and got downstairs. I think that the most significant move that was made by the Tracy Panton faction of the UDP was to put Lee Mark Chang directly in confrontation, head and head with Shine Barrow. Now, I think Lee Mark Chang is right in saying that he is not a negotiation tool. He can come for win. And that, my friend, is the problem that Shine Barrow has. Shine Barrow wants to be leader. Shine Barrow is the leader of the UDP. He is the de facto leader. He is the son of the previous prime minister. He's got money. He's got connections. He's got clout. He can talk. He cannot lead a united party. Clearly, the party is divided, so it's not a united party. So that by itself shows poor leadership. His inability to bring the party together shows lack of leadership skill, because a leader must unite people. Like that is a basic requirement of leadership, is to unite people. So he cannot unite his own party, but he may be leader of the opposition. He would have gone into election, he would have won Mesopotamia, and he would come out on the other end just as they went in, right? Think about it. So that if there was a weak contender, Shine would have come up on top. He would still come out of the elections as leader. And even if they lose and he may win, Shine may say, I win my seat, I'd have still the leader. Shine is not going to give up that seat. I am sorry, I don't see it. It is going to be a shock if Shine Barrow say, I resign, I step down as leader for the love of the party, for the sake of the party, for the survival of the party. That's not Shine. I am prepared to take back my words, but I don't think that the Shine. So Shine will hold on, will clutch that leadership position. And so how do you move him to move the United Democratic Party forward? Put a very strong horse to run against Shine. then he cannot emerge from the elections because he can't win. He cannot win. With Lee Mark Chang in Mesopotamia, Shine Barrow cannot win. Either Lee Mark Chang will beat him, or the fight will be so fierce that the votes will be split to the effect that the People's United Party contender will become the Mesopotamia winner. So there are 66% chance, which is very high, that Shine will not emerge as the leader of the opposition. Kenya can't win a seat, and he will be dramatically weakened by the election itself, because he's not only being attacked by the People's United Party, he's also being attacked from within. I don't see any way how Shine Barrow will survive the next election. And Lee Mark Chang is not in it just to spend money so that Shine doesn't become the leader and Tracy becomes the leader. Lee Mark Chang made that crystal clear in his response to the media. He's there to win. And I believe him. I believe him. So Shine is in trouble. He's very close to political death. And I would call it political suicide because it is a mess of his creation. So, going into this upcoming election, the United Democratic Party is weak. Coming out of the election, the United Democratic Party will have the opportunity to formalize, to reformulate itself, because Shine will most likely will not be in the formula. So I think that if there is any move that can take the United Democratic Party back to negotiating table, that is it. That is it. But even if you negotiate, how will you negotiate if the fact is that Lee Mark Chan wants to run and can win? He can win. So that is now what we need, what we will be looking at. So like the whole country will be looking at Shine versus Lee Mark Chan. So think about it in this way, that the only race that interests us politically is a race that is UDP versus UDP. This is the mess. This is the mess I'm talking about. That we're not looking to see, boy, how will this PUP fare against this UDP? How will that PUP fare against that UDP? Who will be the winner between PUP and UDP in that next constituency? That's not even on the table yet. What's on the table is UDP versus UDP. So that is that's bad. That's bad. Let's take this call and then we wrap up our show for this morning. Carla, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Louis, I know agree with you today. Like I tell you why I know agree.
You don't agree? You don't agree with me?
No.
Oh, I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, that's not the politics I go into. Like I tell you something. These areas like Metop are stronghold for the UDP. There's no way they're going to vote in Lee Mark Chan over Barrow in our next election. I believe that this Lee Mark Chan is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. You know, you have a chance for win in that, and Barrow will win that seat again. Now, let's put the next scenario. If Lee Mark Chan run as a UDP, he run as I don't know, whatever it be when the election call, we know. If he run as the alliance, stand a chance, because who will vote in the alliance when they will consider as a third party? We know the history of third party in this country. So we don't believe that Lee Mark have no chance at all. Lee Mark will probably get 50 votes as far as I'm concerned. We could take a bet on that. And chop your yard for 2 months if that. I go to some farming research. If that's different from what I'm saying.
A question, or can I ask you a couple of questions?
Look at one more thing in the past the question.
Go ahead. Because I get the impression based on what you are saying that you are pro the Shine UDP and you are against the Tracy UDP.
No, sir. No, sir.
I'm asking.
No. I am mainly basing my assessment on history in this country. My life as I'm a 60-year-old person, so all the history I've taught me different from what you were saying. Let me tell you the last thing, then you could ask a question. When the bell rings, when the Prime Minister called election, UDP, 2 factions will become 1. I mean, you could take the history of Philip Golson when they had that, dispute with the UDP Esquivel time then. They become a coalition and they form the government. So I don't see that Lee Mark Chan even want to name a deputy ballot when the election calls. All they are caught together because it's in their best interest. And finally, if the agreement they made with Shine Barrow, they say if you lose the election, then you will have to step down as leader. If 3-6 faction run as a separate entity, they automatically resign from the party. They will not be UDP. They cannot run as UDP. So then Shine will end up become the leader again, even if they lose the election. So then after that, I'm telling you, they will join force when the election calls. Ask your question now, sir.
I am understanding your scenario.
Yes.
I don't have any question anymore. I just want to understand clearly what you're saying, that you see that before the election, they will join forces. You are saying that you see the Tracy Panton faction and the Shine Barrow faction joining forces in this next election.
Yes, sir. That's the only way they stand a chance of winning, or not winning the election, because I believe that UP will win the next election. But for me to have any chance, I make some of those people who are elected right now re-elected. The only chance they will stand is if they run on the United Democratic Party ticket.
You believe that they're only fronting their disagreement because they're talking about, Tracy is talking about let none of the sides use red this upcoming election and let the elections and boundaries find a color for each of the group. So based on what they're saying right now, there is no, what Tracy went for and what Lee Mark Chang went for is the actual head of that, the head of the problem, which is a direct attack on Shine Barrow himself. So only that can bring Shine Barrow to the table. It's not the election that will bring Shine Barrow to the table. It's his fear of losing Mesopotamia. But you are telling me that he's not afraid to lose Mesopotamia, that he will win Mesopotamia even if Lee Mark Chang is there. I do not agree with you.
Well, me and you, Louis, will have this conversation afterwards. So maybe before. You will see, my history of politics in Belize does not tell me that, and there's no sense in you. I can tell you something, if the scenario right there, so if Lee Mark Chan and Barrow contest the election, and let's try for argument's sake that would be the case. The only person who will benefit from that is the PUP representative. If you think that they're going to split the vote, I don't believe the people are going to split their vote and vote for Lee Mark the way they think that will happen. Barrow will win that seat. And there will be no Lee Mark Chan. There will be no Fraser in Belmopan. There will be no expert in Albert. There's no what they got next person
Is it Patrick? No, mess up.
Patrick
Colette.
Favreira and
Colette, yeah.
yeah, and
Willoughby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Queen
Philip
Square.
Willoughby.
Those people, I'm telling you, those people will join post because that's the only way they will stand a chance to get re-elected. Remember, it's not only Shine Barrow's position is a threat, you know, if they go the next direction. Both Tracy, Patrick, and what the guy named Queen Square? Not Queen Square, sorry. Is it what do you call it? The Queen Square Tabo, right? Dean Barrow's like yeah. But those people
Shane, a guy by the name of Shane, I don't remember his last name, is running for Queen Square. He's put his name down.
No, not Shane. Not Shane. The next guy, man, who is there right now on the cases fraction, man.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Anyway, Godwin here, that's her name. Yes, Godwin here. Anyway, I can show you again right now. What's going on? The guy from Kayo, Mr. What's his name? That run against Shevat. He's already coming in on the side of Shine, even though the other day he said that he was with Tracy. Our gun might just come across again. There got a lot of people who will support Shine because they believe that is part of the UDP party that they want to associate with. Anyway, that's all I got to say right now.
Thank you very much. I much appreciate your analysis. We will see as we're going ahead, as we move ahead. Yes, I believe that when the elections are called, there will be a final attempt to create a united front. But I believe that some of the players like Ralston Fraser, like Lee Mark Chang, like Philip Willoughby, who have already been positioned and empowered by one side or the other, will want a stake because they have already come forward, and so I don't see a solution other than Shine Barrow stepping down, because that is he is the block. He is the block to the forward moving of the party as a united unit. The problem is not Tracy as it relates to a united party. I think that it is more difficult to unite the party under Shine than it is under Tracy. I think it is easier to unite the party under Tracy than under Shine. Now, it doesn't mean that there will be disgruntled people on either side if there is an agreement. But even if there is an agreement, we know for sure, and I think the person agreed with me, that it will not catapult the UDP to victory. And so if whatever they do will not bring victory, will they instead hold their position because we can't win anyway? Like, this is a last election anyway, therefore I think we have a shot of getting the whole pie after election than if we compromise before. So I think that is more the thinking going into the election, but we will see. Anyways, 8:55, enough politics for one morning. From all of us here at Rise and Shine, God bless you, Belize. See you tomorrow.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go?
With 30 years of